Okay, I'm doing this as like a quick re-upload because the other one was rambling and stuff. So this is the new characters that you may have one here in the few. So they're all using the same character. So what I've changed last year, I've separated the levels back out, so hopefully frame rate will stay good. Uh, my computer is what I put for the specs because I don't have any sort of special like benchmarking. So uh, the minimum specs is I'm using uh, theory. What I'm showing now is essentially what's in the S branch at the moment. So I was facing lagging it, so I've rolled it back one. The main when you buy it, you have to opt in S branch, which has the new environment system. But we'll just call this person delete it. So if I just craft a bit of ideas and things. So as you can, you'll see in the top corner, this is perhaps as the FPS. So as you can see, load screen is in it, so like 100 seconds. But no one really gives a shit about the load screen frames. That's just loaded in because of the bottom of. So as you can see from fraps, the main town is at the changes of I've separated the main level and the extra level, which I tried to do in the old video. When the two of them together, it was like 4 frames a second. So here you're getting about 20. It dips down to about 15, but it's not too bad. So obviously this is the main level. I've got a new day-night system, so the time actually works. You've got the ambient noises, wind, so now the trees rustle. That makes it a bit better. I am planning on hiring someone to do professional optimizing and stuff, but I can't afford them just. Uh, so if you hit F11, this is where you get your new graphics menu. So you can change it to good, fantastic. These all save between. So if I turn off that, so you can change your screen resolution here. It will automatically save. Very first time you build up the game, you will have to have it in windowed mode because that's the default. But once you get in game, you toggle on windowed mode here, put it to your resolution, change your AA and all the other basic stuff. And next time you boot it up, could in theory be those settings. Saves it rather than the other one which just saves it to what you're using level. So if you go graphics, it opens this up and click it goes off. It sound obviously this only does the main volume for the music, so you're gonna have to just put up with the environment sounds for now. And it puts again, it just shows you all the controls. So over here we have the quest board, and the thing that you're seeing now, I will be uploading as soon as possible later. But I'm using, as you can tell, a really crap PC. The reason the FPS has dropped down to about 10 here is because dungeon that there is over there is under there, and I've only used basic culling technique. Basically means if I'm not looking at it, it's not loading in. So you click the base here because it's really fussy about if you click here. Unfortunately, so you just do that where you got your mouse. Now if you do that and hit escape to try and get into the cursor, it will do it. So while you've got the cursor up, you click up here, as you can see, it doesn't like doing it because the sliders of the windows are double layered. So the best option is click the footpath here. Where you see where behind where the guy's hand is. Down here is there's only that one collider visible, so that's the best option for finding it. Then you click available quests, and you've got all of these quests here. Rat Bounty is I just accept it all now. Back, available quests, Crypt, back, quests, lost ring. Back, there's no quests, so you can just. Okay. Because the quest system is not linked with this quest system stuff, you have to use. So, I'm going to try and do it later in track. I've just got to set these ones to trackable as well, but Rat Bounty, you just have to that one. Uh, so, for now, I might as well do like a little walkthrough. So if you want to get to the church crypt, you go through the church here. There's a stepping stone to teleport in. These crickets and shaders are sometimes a bit too loud, so I'm gonna have to adjust the volume on that. But there we go. The monsters are working properly now that it's on their own. So this is the eyeball monster. He'll wander around if he's working properly, and he'll attack. If not, bugs. So I'm probably gonna have to look into him. Wait, attacking? Or is he just reacting? Oh, that's a get hit. So he's reacting, he's not doing anything. Okay, well, this is one of the eyeball monsters, and then the other one over here. So obviously I've got to look into the AI to get these things moving again, but as you can see, these are the sort of crypt monsters. Uh, should be coming up to daytime again soon. At the moment, I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes cycles. I think at the moment it's 5 minutes. I think it's 7 now. So, but as you can see, it's nighttime, so you've got clouds, stars. Where around here, it's probably behind all these clouds. There it is. So if you look, you can see it slowly move. Uh, so for the people that are new to this, the mines are over there, which leads you down to the mine. Uh, to stop people. At the moment, when you die, you respawn at the same place you died, but you still have the hunger, so you will keep dying unless you get food. So if we head to Necro Village, this is a new zone. It should be loading up a brand new level. So 90%, which means it's still loading the level in. Again, the loading of levels can take a minute or two. So give it a. Obviously, in the new zone, there is not the hunger. We're heading to the new zone. Load in. I can see in the bottom it is loading. Should be fine. But yeah, around this town, I'm on the lowest setting, set it to, and on my really crappy old computer, I'm getting about 15-20 seconds, which isn't ideal, but it's decent. Um, It's starting to turn daytime. So we may as well watch it turn to daytime while it loads up. So hit daytime and then you start getting the birds tweet. The hell of it, we're going to click again just in case it's out on the log. Now, while that loads, I think you can run around normally. Okay, so we're going to just buy a ton of bread. So how much? We got 40 gold, okay, so we can buy 8 bread. Although we kind of screwed ourselves there, but still. It doesn't matter, this character's getting deleted. Ah, there we go, it's finally loaded. So yeah, you can run, but you obviously be careful because you've got a good loading. If you've got an old machine like mine, the bugging out like this. So it's the same character bugged out. This is just a minor bug because I've tried to load in it twice. So it's created the character and then it's tried to load it in again. So it still works like normal. Your inventory still works and everything. So if we just right. So this is the main town, as it were. The everything is basic. This is basically the starting town, the old alpha, although it had this NPC tweaked slightly. So we're heading to the Necromancers Mansion, which is the main point of this level. I'm not sure if the... Just give me a minute, I'm just going to pause the game. Environment effects are working. That. And... it was the wrong character I deleted. So if I change the main camera... Play camera... I... Profile camera. Play camera. The... there we go. So, if we that... There we go, it's back to the one. That's fine. So the main Necromancer's Mansion is in the, I think, maybe northwest corner from the village. You count the back of the village as... easy way is if you find one of these mountain areas here, you head up the back of it and you look around for the big boulders that are sort of mountainy. That is where the mount hidden behind. I'm not sure if the AI is going to be on this level, because again, its AI is based on photon, a bit unreliable at them. So between levels, it's birds and the eating and all, but it doesn't. Um, Obviously you've still got all your spells and yeah, So you got your magic spells, turning into skeletons, and an emergency teleport in case you fall off the world or something. This is literally the edge of the world here, and I Yeah, I've gone the wrong side. Because basically this big boulder cliffy area is where the mansion is eventually where the quest will be Necromancer. If I bring up the quest log quickly, monsters in the crypt. You talk to that guy, you need to then get some monster heads off him, or him. I think it's about 5 monster heads. Then eventually his quest will lead Necromancer's Mansion here in the area. Although at the very moment it's not very haunted by anything, but that's fine. So this is Necromancer's Mansion. Crypt, whatever you want to call it. Think of hidden invisible. It's the rock. It's all on one side. Well, now I'm not the best programmer, modeler, or anything, but I'm trying to get the performance up. As you can see here, according to fraps, about 15. But this could also be because I'm streaming at the same time. But as you can see, it's not like majorly disastrous. That I can mute the audio there. If I go stats, yeah, according to here, I'm guessing at the same sort of frames a second, but that's probably because like the batching or whatever is high, or the CPU's crap. But these are going to be the weepers, so these are kind of based on the Doctor Who Weeping Angels. These Necromancer is basically summoned these from beyond whatever. It's covered all over the mansion. So eventually the quest will lead to here where there'll be a puzzle on how to get into his house, mansion, whatever you want to call it. So there'll probably be some sort of any find an unlock spell or something like that. So you've got the back here with all the dead tree stuff and a gazebo or a greenhouse or whatever you want to call it. All that's here is sort of a half dead tree, like a nice roofed area. Uh, so yeah, that's all there is here. To get back, there's a teleporter next village. Although you can also use the spell. Hopefully it doesn't send me back to, because the spell is basically just a called same teleporter as when you click the item. What's it? That was it. T. So if we use again, this can bug out sometimes because like, you don't have enough mana. I want. I think the I just put mana. Yeah. So 20 right now. Still don't have enough mana. Okay, that's fine. Uh, Now the emergency teleport should any mana so that. But sometimes the spell menu does bug out where like these are the actual spells up here, and sometimes it doesn't like they are. So emergency teleport back. It's frozen for a second just while it loads up the level and everything, because it's basically forcing the game to load. There we go. Load spell. Again, teleports between areas are a bit buggy at the moment. Sometimes you get double, but that's easily fixed. You just exit the game and bring it back up, and you back in the. It's just one of these minor online bugs. Although the plan is, if I can get let's say 1,000 sales, that should be more than enough. Hiring at least one or two, maybe a month or two, to really crank into proper programming and everything, get it all up and running. Right now, I've only made, I think it's about 200, so it's still enough to do something. But like like the I've spent some of the new money that I've gotten on this with the new characters. Yeah, that's the downside. Uh, I've changed it to like a 5 minute or 200 second. Yeah, I think it was 300, so that's about 5 minute respawn. So it could just be a case of you got to wait that 1-2 minutes while the game loads it. As you can see, I've hidden stuff around the garden. The reason they're not moving and doing anything at the moment is mostly just because of bugged AI, but I can fix that eventually. I think. There we go, it's just loaded. So between loading levels on my terrible computer, it takes maybe 2 minutes. And it just warps you back to how you originally. So as you can see, if you sort of if you try and warp twice, it sometimes bugs out and you end up with like one on each character and stuff. So I fixed some of the minor problems, like this is no longer floating as much. I mean, this float, but that can be for. So let's start working on some of these quests. Rat people are inside the inn, so this is where you learn about the things. Quest info, bring me 5 rat tails, and that updates. So bring him 5 rat tails. Go to barkeep, click him, bring Ted near me. He will give us, I think it's 150 gold. So these quests are more just to get some early gold deals and things. And the last person was, that was it, Laura and Mage. So as you can see, when we're outside the main center of the village, we're getting about 20 frames. Because basically, as you can see, I've done some basic things. So even that castle there, as I start walking away from it, it's now gone down to bare minimum. And then if you run a bit too far out, eventually spawn completely. I've also done some basic on this, so the outside of the building shows that only the inside loads when you get close. So this is the mage person who, as you saw, he's T-posed because he's in his LOD, so whatever it's called. So this is what he looks like when he's inactive, and then you get close enough to him, and his animation stuff kicks in. So obviously it opens up his shop. Also, there's the best monster whip. He wants 5 monster heads. Monster heads are a drop from the monsters that we saw earlier, the eyeballs and stuff. You can fish in this water, and I think I'll have to test. But yes, nope, the swim thing didn't kick in. So at the moment, swim has bugged out, but that's fine. As you can see, at the moment it's a cloudy day. It looks like it might turn into rain. But to find Laura and do some of these other quests, like the rat tails, you have to find the forage spots. So if I bring up, oh, that's the wrong button. Q. So if I do that, find the missing ring, get 5 heads. and meat. As you can see here, oh, it looks like it's foggy. But as you can see, it's sort of got some nice little things. I'll go to this. It's Laura's house, and it's also where most of the forage spots are. I think the rat towers are back in the main thing. Now, the teleporter will work a lot faster if you're in this main level because it's teleporting rather than loading different levels. So the sort of main point of this video is just to show people here and how to do quests and things. Here we go. It was just bugging out, so we can turn into a skeleton. It's just bugging out with the visuals because I'm currently using a bugged person, so the stats and stuff aren't properly linked because obviously you saw me delete that main person, but it was the main person. So this is Laura's house. As you can see, load it. If I walk far away, she should be working as. And similar to the mage, you get close, and then she goes into idle. Got a leaky roof. So as I said, it's gonna rain. So let's see. Return current the lost ring active and it has. I see. So because I haven't found the ring, she's not going to talk to us because that's the only thing she hasn't done. Or I've bugged it up, but that's the only option I've given her. So to find the forage spots, the tails are around the main town, which I'll show you later. But it's the round splodges on the floor. Although I've really got to adjust the wording on that still. Far away. Yeah, profile and then click. There we go. Missing ring. Got lucky. And we also found some planting herbs. So if you keep clicking, you'll find like missing rings and rat tails and wood and stone and pebbles and things. And skills. Yeah, L. L is for skills. So if we go to survival, origin. Yeah, this skill will eventually level up from finding. But for now, we'll just go return the lost ring. That should end in quest. So we've got no money. So for whatever reason, it says when you have no money, it goes blank. Click on her. I think her quest might be a little bugged out. Okay, I'll look into that later. But for now, this is the person you got to talk to. As you can see, it's raining, but it doesn't rain indoors. So, I mean, she's got a leaky roof. I don't know. It's probably finding a crack through all the little things, but still. But the main rain is outside. As you can see, it basically creates a drop flash effect when it's floor and stuff. Okay, it's back to clear. But basically, forage spots, you're looking for these little brown smudges. They're really hard to see, especially in dirt areas. So I've just teleported back to here. If I remember, there's about 3 or 4. The easy option is you just do this because then when it says wood or something, um, found somewhere. Oh, there it was. There's a spot. Yeah, it's kind of glitchy through the floor at the moment. So if you click it, rat tails. So yeah, you got really got to check for the forage spots here. So that's 2 rat tail. So far we've been unlucky and only found some rat tails, depending on how you look at that. You can sell them at shops for like 2 or 3 coins, not much, but the main purpose of them is for the quest, because you hand them into the quest person, they give you, I think, about 100 gold for the 5 of them. So if we try and find those 5 tails now, we can leave that quest. 2, 3, 4, one more. There we go. Hopefully it's a 5th rat. There we go. So we've got 5 rats now. Hungry. Uh, so as you can see, at the moment we've got no money, and the main town it's about 20 in the outskirts of town. It goes up to about 30. So be okay for if we guess while we use the current system. Is let's see, reptiles. Yeah, it's the person sitting down. Click him. Quest hand in. Up the thing. Quest hand in. Takes away the 5 rats, and we get 50 gold out of that. And then if obviously if we click in, there's no more quests to hand in. There's no more quests to do at the moment. But that's just gold. All you have to do is run to the main part of town, find storage spots, and I'll have to double check that the. Okay, so it either gives very little skill point or it's been given it to the wrong. But as you can see, we've got a ton of skills in here. Most of these aren't implemented fully yet, but I plan to add everything in, like a little farming system. Okay. So for now, there's also this little mini quest person here, but that's more just another sort of test. So again, it's really buggy or something because it's now thinking I've got 2 out of 3 killed because it's working on the outside, and again, one of those really buggy things, but it doesn't matter too much. So obviously, this is where you learn your smithing skills. Got a forge. You need a hammer. And you've got outside. I can't remember if I've minimized or not, but I'll take you to the QTrain, which is how people will get around from other levels other than the teleporter. So inside the main windmill is where you can create potion. It's T, there we go. So for the initial damage, you want to use your pet spider. He will give you, I think it's about 10, 12 damage. Uh, with these new models, again, the C is slightly wrong on the model, the horse, but that's fine. Because their main purpose was to actually ride dragons. So you take the horse and you just run for it this direction. You can see it's already over 20 now. Frames. Keep running and get out of town range. As you can see, the most part of the town is now disappeared, except for the because that's the kind of landmark, and it's easier to see that from afar. So when you get out of the main town area up to about 30 frames a second on my minimal thing. So if you've got a better computer about 5-6 years old, then you've kind of got a pretty. You basically got to keep going straight out of this direction to get to the QTrain. My God, you went through that bread fast. I'm out of bread now, so if I die, at the moment there's no real consequence, but later on there will be options, hopefully for like permadeath, and like you'll have to lose certain items, or it'll be like rust where your body will just be on the floor. Anyone can take your stuff except for in a certain item bag, like that. But for now, it's just dead. You pop up because otherwise it bugs out and does like things. But hidden in these mountains, near the edge of the map. Uh, okay, so this is the edge of the map. I think the Q train be. Yeah, it's up this side. So it's in this. Uh, Luckily, the horse has very little at this point. It doesn't cost any mana, so it's kind of. There it is. There's no full damage as well, I think. So you can. So this is going to be the Q train. Uh, as you can see, it's sort of a little railway train. This is going to be sort of where you can buy tickets and stuff. At the moment, it's a teleport to caves. I'm going to try and get up there. I think there might be a way up. Somehow get on these tracks. I can always force myself up there, but as you can see, there's not much point. So this train will eventually take us all the way to the main high-tech worlds, and that will then lead us to the more sci-fi areas and things like that. And eventually in the sky you'll see like satellites and stuff floating around other than the moon. Okay, I think I better leave that there because we're hitting into about 40 minutes. You can see what this current version has. This version that you see right now will be uploaded to Steam under the testing thing probably later today, but it takes about 6 hours to process everything, so probably be in the next day. Oh well, thanks for watching.